Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Let's Go Sportsball podcast. I'm Ron, joined by my co-host Owen. And let me tell you, sorry we've taken a week off. I was out of town, so didn't really want to record, and I was very tired the next day coming back.
I can tell I'm rubbing off on you a little bit because now you're starting to go the. I mean, you can
Just
still
a little.
You still got to go the, but you know.
I ain't doing it that loud. I don't want to blow out everybody's ears.
Well, I do, so suffer. So yeah, it's been a pretty wild week in terms of sports. I mean, there's been a lot in the past 2 weeks. The NHL playoffs are really starting to ramp up, and the NBA playoffs are really starting to ramp up.
Yeah, it's been a difficult time for some teams, and for some others, we'll get to that a little bit later on.
Why are the Cavs doing this to me? I already lost the Lightning. All right,
hold on a minute. Now I'll explain myself a little bit later. Starting off with the NFL.
Yeah, we usually do this league like second to last or just last, but here we are.
This one I got to start off first because the NHL and NBA playoffs are a little bit more important. Of course, we'll also get to MLB as well.
Yeah, because there's some stuff going on.
Scott, I made sure to get more stuff. I forgot to tell you. My cousin Scott, he...
Oh, the one with the dope-ass basement?
Yes.
Yeah.
He kind of said we are just picking and choosing certain areas, and we're not finding all the stories. So, Scott, we've got a lot this week.
We should probably start like a subscription to The Athletic, because that might help, because I don't really use Bleacher Report.
I need to have him send me stuff. But first thing we're going to talk about is probably the biggest news of them all, in my opinion, in the NFL. And that is Justin Tucker, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, kicker in NFL, has been released by the Ravens. I hate saying that name. But Tucker has been accused, and what the organization says is the organization continues to insist it is a football decision, quote unquote. I don't know.
No, I mean, with all the stuff that's been coming out about him lately, I mean, it does make sense, like, you know, why they why they would kick him. I mean, it's like with Deshaun Watson, you know, he's been, like, after all the stuff that he was getting accused of, and all that, and also because, you know, he is a terrible football player, you know.
But we look at it, and this is what the organization, this is what somebody has said. Tucker has been accused of inappropriate behavior by 16 massage therapists from 8 different Baltimore spas and wellness centers.
Yeah, just hang it up. You're cooked.
All of the alleged incidents occurred during the sessions between 2012 and 2016, covering Tucker's first 5 seasons in the NFL. And you wait until I'm not even going to get into that.
Oh, God. We're going to get controversy for that.
Yeah. Tucker has publicly disputed the allegations twice, including a statement he posted on social media in January calling the accusations, quote,
unequivocally false.
False, unquote. The NFL has been investigating the matter. What the Baltimore Ravens executive vice president and general manager Eric DeCosta has said, he put this out on social media. Sometimes football decisions are incredibly difficult, and this is one of those instances. Considering our current roster, we have made the tough decision to release Justin Tucker. Justin created many significant and unforgettable moments in Ravens history, including the longest field goal ever made in NFL history.
What was the record?
I think it was 63. 63. I think he hit it at 66.
We have a wild Eddie here.
Eddie, get out of here.
Eddie. Yeah, this is featuring Eddie, he provides no commentary. He just shows up and leaves.
I believe it's 66 yards is what the record is. His reliability, focus, drive, resilience, and extraordinary talent made him one of the league's best kickers for over a decade, and I cannot argue with that, honestly. We are grateful for Justin's many contributions while playing for the Ravens. We sincerely wish him and his family the very best in the next chapter of their lives. Justin, come to the Browns. Come to the Browns.
Yeah, because you guys love controversial players.
Oh, hush. Hush.
This guy. So yeah, I mean that is a pretty big decision. I mean, especially like you said, considering the fact that he is such a great kicker, but also with all the controversy surrounding him. I mean, like at the end of the day, you don't want to keep a player around that's going to be nothing but controversy. And I don't mean as in like, oh, he's like LeBron James where he's really, 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 really good, or he just throws a tantrum every 3 minutes. No, I'm talking like if he is being accused of being a really bad person off the field.
Yes.
But so
another big trade.
With all that aside,
another big thing.
I hate this team, but how about them Cowboys are trading for known NFL locker room cancer, George Pickens. It's wide receiver.
It's funny that he's going to the Cowboys.
One of the most hated teams.
And literally, one of the games where he was on Pittsburgh, and he was a Dallas Cowboy player, had gotten up. He grabbed him by the face mask and just slung him down like that right near the end of the game. And I'm like, really? Yeah. You're going to have a lot of fights going on there. But the details of the Steelers-Cowboys trade, it was completed about 5 days ago from this recording. But Steelers receive a 2026 third-round pick and a 27 fifth-round pick. The Cowboys receive George Pickens and a 2026 sixth-round pick. Again, I thought there was going to be more involved in that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Like George Pickens, he's not a bad player, but
he's not.
I mean, for that, one of the things that you got to pay attention to when you're trying to trade and get a player is definitely how he is in the locker room. You want a guy who can be a leader, who's willing to do what he can, who's a good locker room presence. Do I think George Pickens is that?
No.
Not a chance in hell. No. Not a chance in hell. All right, you want, especially if it's the Cowboys, and that team already has a lot of drama going on with it yearly because it's the Cowboys. So I feel like this is not the greatest move, honestly. So, but that's just me. I don't know because I'm not a Cowboys fan. But speaking of the Cowboys, they've made some big trade acquisitions. So
yeah,
why don't you ring some of those off?
So different trade acquisitions. You've got George Pickens, the most recent one. Joe Milton III.
Not to be confused with one or two.
There it is. Khair Elam and
Bills
Kenneth
aren't missing
Murray.
him.
And this is what they chose for. So we just, as we told you, George Pickens won. We gave the details on that one. The other one they had was Joe Milton III. So he went from the New England Patriots to the Cowboys. And the New England got a 2025 fifth-round pick. And Joe Milton, or the Cowboys got Joe Milton and a 2025 seventh-round pick. Moving on to Khair Elam, the Bills traded him away to the Cowboys. Bills got a 2025 fifth-round pick and a 26 seventh-round pick. Cowboys got Elam and a 2025 sixth-round pick. As for Kenneth Murray, he was traded from the Titans, almost said Steelers again, traded from the Titans for a 25 sixth-round pick, and the Cowboys received received Murray and a 25 seventh-round pick. They've been making some big moves.
Yeah, but the question is, do you think they're going to be better with some of these moves, or do you think they're going to be worse? Because I'll be honest, I'm going to say
they got Zeke back, and they're still not as good. They got rid of CeeDee Lamb and picked up a different quarterback.
Where did CeeDee Lamb go again?
I think he went to the Browns at one point, and then he got traded again to somewhere else. But
I don't know.
They still have yet to find that one player that's going to be good. Because Dak Prescott, don't know if he's there.
He's a player.
He's there, but I don't know if he's played his potential yet. He could probably find a better team, and hopefully make it there.
Maybe a certain team in Ohio.
Talking
about the Bengals. I'm so sorry. That the opportunity was there, and they are not part of Kentucky.
Yes, they are.
Cry more. The Reds are probably better. than the Gindians. Look, the joke didn't work because Gardindians doesn't sound good. It sounds like some kind of, I don't know, sounds like some kind of drug you would get in, like, I don't know, India.
Moving on, Jacksonville Jaguars have released wide receiver Gabe Davis, excuse me. Last offseason, the Jaguars signed Davis to a 3-year, $39 million contract. Davis played 10 games with the Jaguars, catching 20 passes for 239 yards. I can see why they got rid of him.
Yeah.
But, of course, for the Panthers are releasing Jadeveon Clowney. Come back to the Browns.
Y'all just
Please.
need anything.
I want to see an edge rusher on our team because I think the Browns have it.
Especially given the giant news
my
coming
gosh.
out of Cleveland that
Ugh.
your boy Nick Chubb is not expected to return to the Browns. GM Andrew Berry said Friday. So that is some giant news. What are your thoughts?
It's huge. Bringing in Quinshawn Judkins from Ohio State. He's a great running back. I don't know if he would have been ready yet for the first season. We'll have to see. But it's going to be it's a huge release that I wish we wouldn't have done. Because he still had potential. It sucks that he got that knee injury, and I watched that game, and yeah.
Don't bring it
hated
up.
it.
It hurts to think about. Ugh, my knee.
How do you think I feel about it?
Not good.
I was watching the game live.
Not good as a Clowns fan. Dang it. I'm trying. I gotta go. I gotta see if I can go a whole video, like a whole episode, without making fun of you for being a Cleveland fan. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm sorry. Come here. I'm sorry.
We'll see how it goes. We've got at least 2 running backs in there. So
before we continue, this made me laugh. It's funny that that in the draft you guys picked up Mason Graham from Michigan, with the Buckeyes like a few hours south.
You're gonna have to earn some respect, buddy.
That's funny to me. That's always funny.
You're gonna have to earn some respect.
Now, some other really, really big news. The Saints are cooked because Derek Carr, quarterback Derek Carr, is officially retiring after 11 NFL seasons. Now,
take Shador. Take Shador. We don't want him.
Do you really think the Saints are gonna want him too? I mean, they're desperate, but they're not that desperate. I like how much we're able to make fun of Shador Sanders, even though we can't play quarterback.
He's about to turn into the new who shall not be named from the NBA.
Tom Brady? Oh, wait, no. Because I thought Jimmy Butler, I know what you meant. But
I said from the NBA.
No, I was going to say, I said Tom Brady. I was thinking Tom Brady, and I knew I was going to say Tom Brady, but then as soon as you said NBA, I blurted it out by accident. But no, because I actually saw that Shador Sanders was saying, I'm going to be the next Tom Brady. That's going to be my story because he was late in the draft. And it's like, buddy, he is a Patriots and Buccaneers legend. You just got lucky with a really, 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 really good wide receiver.
Yeah,
sit down
that's exactly
and enjoy,
what I'm saying.
and enjoy your crappy draft party.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh,
you
man.
You had daddy's money wasted to get all that stuff, and you still couldn't get drafted in the first round.
I gotta say too, the memes that have come from it have been glorious.
It's crazy.
They have been glorious.
It is crazy. Another signing that just happened, speaking of the draft, Colts signed first-round pick Tyler Warren to a 4-year, fully guaranteed $20.9 million contract that included an $11.88 million signing bonus.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Warren was definitely a need for the Colts, and
yeah,
and I mean, with that price, I mean, he's. I'm gonna say I think he's gonna do pretty well for himself in Indy.
We'll have to see
because first round picks aren't always great.
And speaking, little sidetrack type thing. Infamous. I had to think of what to say there.
I'll say it. Infamous Kansas City. There, it's okay.
You got it.
It's okay.
Infamous
Chiefs superfan Xavier
Babadar.
Sentenced to 32 years in prison for robbery in Oklahoma.
So, if you don't know who this gentleman is, if you watch the TV broadcast, sometimes he'll get put up on there. He's the one in the all-wolf costume.
Yeah.
So, it's not surprising that this happened.
It's funny.
It is funny, but you got to do a little bit better.
It's like, buddy, why just... This isn't a bank. You're going to rob a bank. Do you think this is L.A. in the 90s? You can't just walk in, get your money, and leave.
I knew you were going to say something
because I watched a Wendigoon video. Like, he had, like, a whole video about these guys that tried to rob a bank in L.A., and it was a whole thing. And he had a segment talking about how many banks got robbed. And with how many that got robbed, I'm just imagining some guy goes in there and he's like, "Hey, Phil, can I have the money?" "All right, Jimmy, here's the money. Since this 5th time you're robbing us this week."
So
let's talk about baseball, because we need to talk about baseball.
There's a few things I'm going to talk about baseball. First off, I've said it before, I don't want to start it off this way. Unfortunately, on May 7th, unfortunately, the baseball world has lost a former All-Star and World Series champion. I believe his name is Chet or Shet. I gotta be careful when I say it.
It says right there.
Yeah, it could be done either way.
Look, man, we're trying to beat the reading inadequacy rumors.
Chet Lemon, he was a first-round pick by the A's in the 1972 MLB draft. Lemon made his major league debut as a 20-year-old with the White Sox in 1975. He went on to play 16 seasons with the White Sox and Tigers. A supreme defender, Lemon was a 3-time All-Star and set a record for center fielders in 1977 with 509 putouts, a mark which stood for over 30 years. He played his last 9 seasons with the Tigers, helping them to the postseason twice. He was a key member of Detroit's 1984 World Series championship team. He passed away. He was 70 years old.
Rest in peace. I mean, that unbelievable player, great career, got a ring. It sucks. It certainly sucks. I mean, at the end of the day, we can only cherish that he was his incredible ability.
Yep.
But
let's move on to a couple happier things. One thing
not happy for me on what I have to talk about, because I'm very sad.
But
it's not
still
happy. So I'm kidding. So some big news, especially for Rays fan. I mean, I don't pay attention to the team that much because I'm not a baseball guy. But what do I know? Former Tampa Bay Rays legend, additionally a player for the Giants and Diamondbacks, third baseman Evan Longoria will officially retire June 7th during a pregame ceremony with Tampa Bay. The club announced he signed a one-day contract to retire with Tampa Bay. He sat out the 2024 season, but had not announced his retirement up until this point. He made his MLB debut in 2008 with Tampa, and I mean, he was an amazing player. In 1,986 total career games, he owns a career slash line of .264, .333, and .471 with 342 homers and 1,159 RBIs. And he also won AL Rookie of the Year and was named to 3 All-Star teams during his career, and also took home 3 Gold Glove awards. I mean, what a career for Evan. I mean, I remember watching. I didn't watch too much of him when I was a kid because, again, I've never really been that big into baseball. But I did watch a couple games with him, and of course, the one where we came back from an 8-0 deficit against the Yankees, and he had that awesome home run where he ran up with his arms in the air and then clapped and then jumped in. And I mean, what an amazing player!
Crazy.
What a great career! Always going to be one of my favorites. I really want a Longoria jersey. I mean, it's either him or Wade Boggs, take your pick. But I love that I love that he's ending off his career with Tampa Bay because I mean he did such a great job there.
It's just a 1-day contract.
Okay.
It's just a 1 day.
I know. I'm just
which
saying.
is crazy. As
just
I
saying.
nearly knock over my microphone.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean it's awesome. I love the guy, Rays legend, and hope he does. And I hope he does well in retirement because hell of a player.
Another player retiring is Ross Stripling. He has played for Los Angeles Dodgers. He's played for Toronto Blue Jays, San Francisco Giants, and at the time the Oakland Athletics. He has announced his retirement after 9 seasons spent between the Dodgers, Blue Jays, Athletics, and Giants. He was an all-star for the Dodgers in 2018, pitching to a 3.02 ERA in 33 games. Best of luck to you in retirement. Best of luck to you, both you and your family, I should say.
Yeah.
Little bit of, if you haven't seen the stories, there was a fan that had accidentally jumped.
The truck caught me right in the eye.
That had accidentally jumped up and fell at a Pirates game about 20 feet, I believe it was. Yes. So, Kavan Markwood, the baseball fan critically hurt in a 20-foot fall at PNC Park in Pittsburgh, is slowly recovering and has taken his first steps. This was as of about May 6th, according to his girlfriend's mother. Quote, he still has a long way to go. He's dealing with a broken neck, clavicle, and back. So there are plenty of obstacles ahead, end quote. His girlfriend's mom, Jennifer Phillips, wrote on his GoFundMe page. Mark Wood fell from the bleachers onto the field during the 7th inning of the Pirates-Cubs game on Wednesday night, officials said. The game was briefly halted as emergency crews responded. Best of luck to your recovery.
Absolutely,
It sucks to see that happen. And here's one that this is kind of, for me, it's shocking.
Oh yeah.
Ji-Man Choi is returning to South Korea for 21 months of mandatory military service.
Yeah, that's a thing in South Korea. They have to do that. So
Yep. He will
come back to Tampa.
He will have more of a, quote, social service, quote, role, like a desk job or working in a public facility. According to Choi's Seoul-based agency, Sports Vibe, even while playing overseas for a long time, Choi Ji-man never forgot his responsibility as a Korean citizen to complete his military service duty. He has decided to enlist in the military to honor his pledge with his fans. As Kevin Cash, his manager has said, or the Rays manager has said, he had a lot of big moments, big at-bats for us, and played in some really fun seasons where we had a lot of success. And he was a part of that. So certainly wish him well.
Definitely. Great player for the Rays, and I hope everything goes well. I mean, it's going to be a while before he comes back, so...
it'll be a while.
I think that's all I got for
I still
for
have
MLB,
more.
So how much more do you have?
I still have a few more.
Oh!
Pirates. So speaking of the Pirates, Pirates relieved Derek Shelton of duties. Don Kelly named a new manager. The Pirates were 30-06 and 440 in Shelton's time frame as the manager, and are 12-26 as of this post during this season. A few other things. Rockies have relieved Bud Black of duties as manager. Holy smokes.
That's huge.
And they named Warren Schaefer as interim manager. And that is the third base coach.
Also, real quick, I'm sorry, I just want to mention, I still kind of get a chuckle whenever I hear about the Pittsburgh Pirates because I always remember how back in the olden days of the NHL, they had a hockey team. The Pittsburgh Pirates were originally a hockey team. Okay, I don't think they just switched sports, but I think they were just they played from 1925 to 1930, and they sucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. They just were really bad. But
so
I always just found that really interesting.
Kind of a big news. I mean, big news if you're a Red Sox fan, but it's also a great milestone. Alex Bregman has finally hit his career home run number 200 over the Green Monster. He was a part of the Astros.
You said it correctly the first time.
But he was part of the Astros during that scandal and everything. He was traded, I believe, to Boston right after that. Or a few years after.
I don't have a problem.
A few years after that, but he's done a great job.
Yeah.
So, now let's move on to the NHL.
Oh, okay, we're doing NHL. All right, so before we get into the postseason, some huge news with the NHL draft.
Oh,
we officially have the draft order with a surprising team taking home the first overall.
Yeah, I was a little shocked at this one.
So, the confirmed draft order, the first overall pick, if not traded, will be granted to the New York Islanders. I still don't understand how they got that.
I don't either.
This
is what happens in the
season. They did not have a good season, but getting the first overall, that was insane to me. So, Matthew Schaefer, come on down!
Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
He is predicted to go first. He is one of the best hockey players. Well, he's a great hockey player right now.
Yeah. In the draft, he's one hell of a defenseman, and if he gets selected, then I believe this could be the first defenseman selected in the draft since Rasmus Dahlin. No, Owen Power. I forgot. Oh, yeah, I think Owen Power got drafted before him, but
there we go.
What do I know? I just work here. Look, I'm Owen. Other Owens confuse me. So
I can tell.
So first overall went to the Islanders, and then the second overall pick is going to the San Jose Sharks, they were tanking. They were openly tanking. They want to keep building themselves up.
The Islanders tanked, and they still got the first pick.
Patrick Waugh, masterclass. Let's go.
No longer.
Then the Chicago Blackhawks got third overall. They also had a terrible season, and Connor Bedard just wants to leave. Come to Tampa. We'll trade Luke Glendening. Red Wings legend. Anyway, then number 4, Utah. We'll talk about them in a second.
For now, we'll still call them the Hockey Club.
Got the 4th overall pick. Then number 5, the Nashville Predators, just an unbelievably bad season. I mean, they had so much hype going in.
Bad or horrible?
They got poached.
Exactly.
The Predators got poached. Oh. Would you just give me... Oh, God! Let's continue.
Number 6.
Jinx Yomiako. Damn it. I am so unhealthy.
Move on.
I'm kidding. Number 6, the Flyers. Just another bad season for Philly.
Could have been better.
Yeah. Number 7, the team that reverse swept them in 2010, I believe. The Boston Bruins. God, just a cratering of an absolute cratering. I mean, Marchand got traded. Pasternak and McAvoy are really the only good players, and don't break up the tandem was broken, and it completely killed them. Because I don't know what the heck happened with Swayman, but jeez. So at number 8, the Seattle Kraken. Number 9, the Buffalo Sabres receive the 9th pick. The team selecting 10th in the draft is pardon me?
Hold on.
Never mind. Number 10, the Anaheim Ducks get the pick. The 11th pick goes to the Pittsburgh Penguins. The 12th pick goes to the New York Rangers. The 13th pick goes to the team I'm wearing right now, the Red Wings. The number 14 spot is going to the team that beat this team in the Stadium Series, the Columbus Blue Jackets.
How did?
Hey, are you gonna be upset that they're picking so high?
I mean, I'm not mad, but
he's mad. God, you can't win with this man. You can't.
It's like, I'm glad that we have a top 15, 16 pick, but
yeah. Number 15, the pick goes to the Vancouver Canucks. Just a really disappointing season after such a great one last year. And number 16, it was the Flames, but the Canadiens own this pick after a trade.
Good job, Flames. You done screwed yourself.
Whatever. They're the Flames. They'll find a way to complain. They'll find a way to make an excuse for it because whatever. I mean, the cup in 2004 should have been ours, as if that's an excuse for completely blowing it. Or Edmonton was unfairly stacked in the 80s. We were stuck with Mike Keenan. Okay, and the Rangers won a cup with Mike Keenan. Anyway, so the mock draft currently goes as follows. The number 1 pick with the Islanders select Matthew Schaefer, which I think they could definitely use a defenseman. Their
Do you think anybody would trade up? If so, who?
Oh, I don't know. I could definitely see San Jose trying to do that, but at the same time, I don't know who they would trade for the first overall. They're not going to want to get rid of Celebrini. They're not going to want to get rid of Will Smith because, if they do, he's going to smack them and tell them to keep his wife's name out their mouth, but whatever.
Okay.
Come on, the joke had to be said.
I know.
Tyler, I doubt they're going to want to give up Tyler Toffoli because he's been pretty good for them so far and he's a good veteran presence, but I don't know. Then you have... speaking of the Sharks, they are predicted to select Michael Misa,
he's a great
incredible player coming from the Saginaw Spirit, I believe. Just a great player. I think he's a center. Then the third spot, the Blackhawks would, according to this mock draft, they will be selecting Porter Martone, or Martoni, just some guy named Porter.
Matone.
Porterhouse. Dang, now I want steak. Number... At the 4th spot, the Utah, we will tell you in a minute. We'll be
just call him the hockey club for now.
We'll select Caleb Denoy. I don't know why people call themselves Denoyers and expect everybody to call them Denoy, but whatever. Number 5, the Preds would be selecting James Haggins. Number 6, the Flyers would select Anton Frundell. Boston Bruins at number 7 would be selecting Lightning McQueen's son, Roger McQueen. I am speed. Oh wait, I'm not a streamer. Never mind. And then at number, I'm also not a diehard Ronaldo fan. At number 8, Radim Murtka. Redeem will have his coupon redeemed to play first for the Seattle Kraken. I still love those sweaters though. Like the S and then like the I. It's so cool.
I like the one where they had the Kraken. I think it was written in it. I like that one.
Like
Stadium
the red
Series.
one? Yeah. No, that was Winter Classic. That was actually
yes.
a reference to the Seattle Metropolitans, which was a team in the NHA, I want to say, before the NHL existed, which was really cool. I love that sweater.
Moving on to number 9, the Buffalo Sabres would pick Victor Eklund. Number 10, Anaheim Ducks would take Jack O'Brien. Number 11, Pittsburgh Penguins would take Jackson Smith. At number 12, the New York Rangers would choose Kashawn
Isaacson?
Kashawn. Don't know. Number 13, the Detroit Red Wings would choose Justin Cavanaugh.
Carbonation Man. Oh, and then
at
14,
there's
this other team, you might have heard of them.
At 14, the Columbus Blue Jackets would select Brady Martin. Or Martin?
Martin.
Just
Martin.
Whatever.
Just because it's the NHL does not mean that has to be a complicated name.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know it doesn't matter.
But, is he a defenseman?
I actually don't know. I need to do a little more research on
please.
on NHL players.
And then at number 15, the Vancouver Canucks would pick Braden Coots.
Coots. Kudos to you, Coots.
Golly.
What?
At number 16, the Montreal Canadiens would pick Carter Bear.
Where? You want to keep going, or do you want to just move on?
Let's just stop because we only covered the 16. So
yeah, and Tampa Bay doesn't have a first round pick until like 21-36, so whatever. Shut up.
So a little bit of some signings, or at least a hiring of a new head coach for the New York Rangers. Mike Sullivan has been signed.
Yep.
As the New York Rangers head coach. Kind of you knew that was going to be happening.
Yeah.
And then we'll cover some awards later on at the end.
So some of the things that I have to talk about. Torrey Krug, NHL defenseman, his career is more than likely going to be over now. Like this is some big news. He was a really, really great defenseman in his day. Played for the Bruins. Played for the Blues. He missed the duration of the 2024-2025 NHL season after undergoing surgery intended to address pre-arthritic changes in his ankle after non-surgical options failed. Don't know why he missed all of last season, because I could still get him at the trade deadline in NHL 25. He could have been a great player for the San Diego Mariners. Alrighty. But yeah, so I mean, he had a great career. So if he's hanging up the skates, I mean, it sucks that he never got to lift Lord Stanley, but great all-around player.
Hold on a minute. He could still have a chance. You never know.
We'll have to see.
So, the Los Angeles Kings and their GM, Rob Blake, are parting ways.
Yeah, former player.
President and GM.
Former player for the organization, Rob Blake, one heck of a player. But apparently not a great GM. So
yeah, the 55-year-old Hockey Hall of Famer had been in the team's front office since 2013 and had been promoted to GM and vice president. Okay, it says
he was
president.
Okay.
Vice
I don't
president.
Know why I said he was bad. He was good.
In 2017.
Yeah, I mean the Kings. I mean, I definitely believe this comes after the Kings ended up losing again to Edmonton for like the fourth straight year. No, the fourth straight year. So I gotta say, I mean, it does kind of suck to see, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I get it. Also, Vernon Krause is very confident that his group will bring an NHL franchise back to Atlanta.
Atlanta Thrashers 2.0.
I know. I mean, there's a lot of people complaining about Quebec, and we've talked about this endlessly, but like, I mean, there are a lot of reasons as to why Quebec did leave.
Gotta make sure Stephanie's not around. Yeah, you
go to the Avalanche. But I mean, hey, you know, I'm wearing a Red Wings sweater. At this point, if I say Avalanche, then I feel like
you about got your head ripped off before.
Sorry, I feel like no, not Claude. I feel like what's his name? Joe Sakic is gonna come over and try to bash my head in with a stick. I was gonna say Claude Lemieux, but I forgot. But I didn't remember if he played for the Claude Lemieux. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Claude Lemieux would bash my head in with a stick because I had his card. So basically, I think that would be cool because like ownership was really the problem. Like the fans were okay with the team. It's just, you know, with the bad ownership and bad hockey teams, who wants to go watch a bad hockey team? Apparently, people in Calgary.
I mean,
but I'm kidding.
I was gonna say they watch. I was gonna say they watched the New York Rangers play.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Jackson.
Moving on to a few awards, and then we'll get to the big reveal. Moving on to a few awards, the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy finalists are Marc-Andre Fleury from the Minnesota Wild's goalkeeper.
And goaltender.
And
he's gone. He's the Wild lost the series, and he's been retired. And if you don't mind me, I'm just gonna
cry. Yeah, he's a great goaltender.
Oh my God, he was amazing.
Gabriel Landeskog from the Colorado Avalanche, left wing.
Sorry, to make sure. Continue.
We're all good. I'm talking good about him. And then from the Columbus Blue Jackets, center Sean Monahan.
Why'd you say that like you're an arena announcer?
I don't know.
No, you got, yeah. You know what? That's your new career.
Oh,
you're gonna go to Columbus, you
please,
become the
please.
arena announcer.
Could you imagine me as an arena announcer?
That would be awesome, dude.
First off, I got to
kill.
start over here at the high school if I ever get that option. So.
Yeah.
But that's one of them. Another one, I'll let you do this one because all three players are from Florida-based teams.
Yeah, but only one of them is the best player that's ever played.
Debatable.
That's ever played
Debatable.
hockey.
Debatable.
The greatest hockey player
Debatable.
ever. Shut up. You're Columbus. You don't know anything. So the Frank J. Selke Trophy, otherwise known as the Patrice Bergeron Trophy, because he won it every freaking year.
Yes.
Is given annually to the forward who excels in defensive aspects of the game, and two from Florida, one from Tampa. So we got Sasha Barkov, Sam Reinhart, and
Cirelli.
Anthony Cirelli, number 71, center for your Tampa Bay Lightning. So, honestly, I'll be honest, I don't know if he's winning it, but that would be so cool.
So, the Jack Adams Award finalists, those are the best coaches in the NHL. There's 3 of them on here, and I think a couple of them may surprise me, or might have surprised me. Scott Arniel is the head coach for Winnipeg Jets. You've got Spencer Carberry. I don't know why I said Cadbury.
Caterpillar.
The head coach for the Washington Capitals, and Martin St. Louis.
It's Martin St. Louis, Lightning legend. Let's go.
The head coach for the Montreal Canadiens.
Favorite player of all time. So I'll be honest. While I do like how they're there, I'm still so mad that John Cooper's never won it. But a lot of people point out that Jack Adams is basically given to the team that has the best comeback and stuff like that. So at this point, it's like, whatever. Tampa Bay is always going to be is always good under John Cooper's reign. Tampa fans quit saying that we need to fire him. Y'all bandwagoners, and I hate you and your mothers. So the Calder Memorial Trophy.
Okay, pause. That was a little far, but apologize.
I'm joking.
Apologize.
I'm sorry, everybody's mom.
Good.
So. I'm kidding. I don't mean any harm to anybody's birth givers. No spawn point hurt here. So, the Calder Memorial Trophy is given to the best rookie.
Well, first year player, it says.
Yeah, same thing. Well, yeah, yeah.
They could have started in the technically, if you get called up from the AHL, are you still technically a rookie?
Well, I mean, if you're young. I don't know. I don't care. So, the players here are Macklin Celebrini, center for the Sharks. Lane Hudson, defensive player for the
defenseman.
Defenseman. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. For the Montreal Canadiens, and Dustin Wolf, goaltender for the Calgary Flames. I know I said it weird, but that is the technical way to say it. Canadiens. So, honestly, it makes a lot of sense with these 3. I mean, Celebrini's been amazing for the Sharks. Lane Hudson, that man is being embraced and beloved by the Montreal faithful. I mean, he's a heck of a defenseman. That man can score. He's a great guy. And Dustin Wolf for the Flames, as much as I crap on them, he definitely took the reins after Markstrom got traded. So, he's been an amazing player, great goaltender, a brick wall. Well, let's move on. So, finally, it finally happened after a whole season of the Washington football team memes. We have finally got a name for the Utah Hockey Club, and it is, drumroll please, Ron, the Super Soakers. The mountain climber peoples. I'm screwing with you guys. It is officially the Utah Mammoth.
I so badly wanted the Outlaws. The Outlaws would have, in my opinion, would have been a better one. But now,
it's still cool.
It still is cool. I've seen the reveal, and we both have seen the jerseys. Sweaters.
Careful, Mike's gonna come over and beat you with a brick.
He's out of state.
He'll come. He'll come and find you.
But the sweaters look really great. I like them.
I love the logo too. I love the tusks, and I love how the mountains
right
go up in the.
It's in the head and
into
everything.
the logo. It looks so sleek. I love it.
So now it's going to be the fun part. We got the Battle of the Ice Age era.
Oh my God! I've seen those memes.
I cannot wait to see Nashville and Utah meet up.
That is
It is the
amazing.
battle
Oh
of the
my
Ice
God.
Age era or the prehistoric era, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I say Ice
I've
Age
also-
because technically they were around that both times.
And also because of the movies. But I remember a while ago when they were talking about theories for the name, I watched The Hockey Guy. If you have not seen him, watch his videos. They are amazing. He's an awesome guy. Love Shannon. We love Shannon around here. Great guy. So he did a video talking about some of the name ideas, and one person said miners because you have the mining. First we mine and then we craft.
That would be.
And you want to know what I'm quoting him. Like he mentioned how I'm imagining a game between the Miners and the Nashville Predators, and this is what he said. No. Just
No. That would just
this
be
is mine
weird.
and Ron's personal opinion on that name idea. No.
But I still would love to see the Outlaws. It's still great to see that they finally came up with a name.
Yeah, the
Like,
name is so cool though.
You would have thought they could have done it like earlier in the season, or at least done it before the season even started. You had the idea, and everybody knew that Arizona was moving to Utah. You had that.
Rest in peace.
You had that amount of season, that amount in the off season, to say and choose a name.
Yeah.
But you decided to wait until about halfway through this season, or about 3/4 of the way.
I mean, it kind of only came out after the season was over, idiot. But whatever.
I know, but
and there was, of course, that giant accidental reveal that they did on YouTube where they changed the name of the channel to Mammoth, and then they're like, "Oh crap! Wait, we weren't supposed to do it."
Yeah, there
Some
was that
intern is getting fired.
Maybe. So looking at the NHL playoffs as they stand,
It has been an absolute. It's
crazy.
Oh my God! I love playoff hockey.
I think we both do.
Yeah,
so starting with the Western Conference right now, as it stands, the
we should probably
Dallas-
talk about eliminations first, actually, because we didn't cover because there were teams that got eliminated.
Okay,
after our
yeah.
last
So
episode,
in the
I'll
Western
cover them.
Conference eliminations, St. Louis Blues were eliminated 4-3.
Insane double overtime. I mean
crazy.
that Winnipeg came back with an incredible win. I mean they were down 3-0 and then in the game, and then they came all the way back at them. I think it was Velarde. I don't remember who tied the game.
Eddie,
Tied it in
get out of here.
Test.
Get out of
Be
here.
gone.
Get out of here.
Be gone from here. Pavel Datsyuk.
You made your one debut. That's it. No.
No. Somebody stop him. Hey,
No,
hey,
no, no, no.
hey.
He about knocked over the laptop.
Be gone,
I
wench.
didn't knock anything over.
Careful.
Pavel Datsyuk looking at.
Dallas Stars have also
crazy overtime.
Yeah, Dallas Stars have also moved on against the Colorado Avalanche.
I'm looking out for
4-3.
You mean the salad bars? Salad bars. Salad. Awesome.
Vegas,
awesome series.
The
Dude.
Vegas Golden Knights have also moved on 4-2 over the Minnesota Wild. And then Edmonton Oilers have moved on 4-2 over the Los Angeles Kings. It is crazy.
Official property of LA.
How did the Western Conference games?
of Edmonton, I meant.
The Western Conference games went into games 6 and 7. Both of them 2 game 7s and 2 game 6s. And then you have
the East.
Conference.
It's
Eastern Conference,
just a mess.
one game 6 series to finish it off.
And that was the Battle of Ontario, where the Toronto Maple Leafs did, unfortunately, beat the Ottawa Senators in 6 games. The Ottawa, honestly, I don't feel like they should be leaving this series with shame. I mean, they did come back after a very, very long time of not being in the playoffs. And all things considered, they did have the memes running a bit with, oh my God, it's going to be a reverse sweep, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. Then Battle of Florida, 4-1 Panthers. Kill me, please. Next up, you have Washington and Montreal. And
not a shock.
4-1 Washington. I mean, again, same with Senators. Montreal should have no shame. This is their first time making it back since 4 years. So good on them. And then of course Carolina and New Jersey. Carolina won 4-1. I mean, it's a mess. But as it currently stands, because we were recording this on May 12th at 6:26 ish.
Don't know when the next games are. Well.
We both immediately checked. So wow,
so both games are
7 o'clock for the Caps and the Canes. This is in 30 minutes. Wow.
Yeah,
and then the Knights and Oilers play at 9:30. So as it stands right now in the East, Toronto and Florida are tied in the series at
somehow
at 2-2. This is crazy. I'm hoping that it's like the World Series or the Super Bowl where I just hope a meteorite hits it hit.
Hey, at least the Super Bowl came out really good.
Hit Amarant Bank Stadium or hit Scotiabank. At this point, I don't care.
At least
I'm cheering for the meteor.
At least the Super Bowl was actually good.
Oh yeah, because I mean, who doesn't love to watch the Chiefs get smacked around by St.
Exactly.
And then the Carolina Hurricanes are leading the Washington Capitals 2-1 in the series.
That's going to be a tough game.
It could be my opinion. Washington curse coming back, but we'll have to see.
And especially in this game, I think as well is going to be a close game, or a close series, I should say. Especially after that buzzer beater that they had. The Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh, boy.
Edmonton leads 2-1 in the series. Now, I believe it was in this game, technically, the buzzer beater shouldn't have counted. It went off of his skate and directly into the goal.
Okay. But yeah,
or maybe I'm thinking of the Dallas Stars game.
I think you're thinking of something else because Stuart Skinner has basically been like, if you put Stuart Skinner in, you're cooked. But I mean, he came out of his net for whatever reason, and then Smith got an open net, and he put it in, and then he was like, oh my god, I got it. Wait, what? No, that was it. Oh yeah, we win. Okay, and so like that. So at this point, just keep Calvin Pickard in because that's sorry to keep interrupting, but that's a crazy thing. It's like Calvin Pickard has been undefeated with the Oilers, and Stuart Skinner is bad again. He's got the Mike. He literally has the Mike Smith syndrome with the Oilers. It's like. He's been in the league how many years, and we still don't know what Skinner are we getting. Are we getting the good one, or are we getting the crappy one?
Are you done?
Yeah, sorry, continue.
I think it was the Dallas Stars games that I was thinking of. Right now, the Dallas Stars lead 2-1 over Winnipeg, and I believe it was that one that I was talking about. It did bounce off of his skate, went straight into the goal. Technically, by NHL rules, and you probably know this as well, it cannot bounce off of a skate and go into the goal because it is not allowed.
Well, I mean, if you try to deflect it off the skate, then it counts. But I mean, if you try to kick it in like you're Messi, then that doesn't work. If you just start kicking at it, then that doesn't work. But it's like the '93 conference finals between the Los Angeles Kings and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, jeez! Please don't get me back into that one.
Where Gretzky had that giant game in Game 7, and he managed to bank the puck off of Dave Elliot's skate. I have Dave Elliot's card, by the way.
Oh my gosh!
And so at the end of the day, it's like it is shaky. But if you kick it in, it doesn't count. But if you manage to shoot it and get it to deflect off of a skate, then I do believe that counts. So looking at just. Real quick, looking at the West, Edmonton leads the series against Vegas 2-1, and Dallas leads the series against Winnipeg 2-1.
I just said.
I just wanted to mention that one more time before we continue.
So, moving on to the NBA, and I will get on to a little something later on, as I have told him. He knows that this is coming.
I get enough rants. It's your turn, buddy.
I will get on to this later when we talk about the playoffs and everything. So, starting off first, the great Greg Popovich has finally He has retired from his head coaching position and is now transitioning full-time to team president of the San Antonio Spurs. And the fun part is, if you haven't seen it, so he had a shirt when he was at the press conference. He had two players, I believe it was Ginobili and Duncan. I can't remember the two players. And he took off his shirt. He said he is no longer Pop. He is El Jefe. And that's what his shirt says, is El Jefe. So, but...
I'm sorry, that's...
So, but I will say, I still will call him Pop. Because he is still a great... That's what everybody knows.
El Jefe.
That's still what
Why
everybody...
does that make me laugh?
I don't know.
All right.
How you doing, boy?
Okay. Oh my God, there's a puppy. Anyway.
But, as they have said here, per Bleacher Report, Pop is one of one.
Are you having a stroke?
No. He is a Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame inductee. He has played he has coached 29 seasons with the Spurs. Especially, one of my favorite things that he has done is the Hack-a-Shack. If you don't know what that is, look that up and see what it is. It is a funny video. I'm pretty sure you've seen it.
I think I might have to watch it after we're done here.
So, he has 1,412 wins.
Okay.
That is number one all-time in NBA history. He is a 3-time Coach of the Year, and he is a 5-time NBA champion with the San Antonio Spurs. It is amazing what he has done. I cannot hate him for being a great coach. Greg Popovich, good luck to you in your retirement. Well, your retirement from head coach. Good luck to you with being the president of the team now.
Yeah, because they suck right now. But I mean,
Well-
I mean, Popovich. I mean, what a career. I mean, he's got one of the most illustrious careers in the history of the league. I mean, 5 ships to his name. Just a great reputation. Just what a guy. I mean, what can you say that hasn't already been said about Popovich? Wow.
If I have to
something.
say,
You can start a popcorn business.
if I have,
Popovich's popcorn.
that's a tongue twister and a half. But if I have to say, maybe controversial,
Oh God.
probably the greatest, if not one of the greatest basketball coaches in NBA history. Like I said, controversial. There may be others. If you have any other suggestions of who may be better than Popovich, put down in the comments right now. And don't say Steve Kerr, because he is definitely not one.
I'm gonna say Steve Kerr.
You little...
Hey,
Get out of here.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, I'm wearing a Gordy House sweater. I am allowed to beat the crap out of you.
Moving
I
on.
make you beat the crap out of you and buy you a beer the next day. So some big news from Golden State.
Woo!
Steph Curry is not having a good time with the Dubs, as he is expected to miss at least a week with a grade 1 hamstring strain.
Ooh.
Wow, that's actually according to our
Reports.
to our great king Shams.
Oh my gosh. Just move on.
Jesus, criminy Christmas, I'm having a stroke. But yeah, so Shams reported that he's got a grade 1 hamstring strain, and that's going to be a tough loss for Golden State, but we'll have to see.
You say that.
I say that. I don't think this brain up here. It has 3 cells and a bag of cinnamon rolls.
Here, let me get rid of one. Dink.
You missed. Now there's half of one.
Abuse. Get your butt back up here. That was just perfect. But the Phoenix Suns are naming a new head coach of basketball operations, promoting Vice President Brian Gregory as the franchise's new general manager, sources tell ESPN. James Jones, the Suns GM since 2019, will transition to a role as senior advisor for the franchise.
Some other news from Shams. The Memphis Grizzlies are hiring interim
Thomas
Lisolo?
I guess so.
Okay. Some guy named Thomas. Some guy named Twom. I gotta say that like I'm a drunk New Yorker. As the franchise's next head coach, sources tell
ESPN.
Espanol.
Another huge hiring. The San Antonio Spurs are hiring assistant Mitch Johnson as the franchise's next head coach. Buddy, you better stay up to Popovich.
Hey, you know what? That's a hard thing to try to do. Like try to keep up with the try to live up to that kind of name, because I mean the shoes are huge. All right, this is like me trying to put on Shaq's shoes. I could probably fit inside of his shoes. That is.
You could probably fit a whole arm in your whole arm,
dude. My entire person could fit inside of his shoes. Anyway, enough about Shaquille O'Neal's footwear. Let's talk about the Utah Jazz, who suck. They have signed head coach Will Hardy to a long-term contract extension through the 2030-31 season.
I love how you said who suck, and they just extended their head coach.
The Jazz suck. That's the point. I mean, I like Jazz as the music, but I mean, can't say the team's doing particularly well. You like Jazz? Nobody likes the Jazz.
So, a little bit of a different kind of signing. Well, I don't know what this is. The Houston Rockets and guard Fred VanVleet are pushing back Friday's deadline. This was as of 5 days ago, so May 7th. They're pushing back Friday's deadline date to June 29th on his $44.9 million team option for the 25-26 season.
Wow.
That is going to be a great, huge thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's a pretty good guard, but my major concern is how is this going to affect the Vancouver Canucks bullpen, because they're going to need that if they want to win the AFC Championship, because, ladies and gentlemen, go Sportsball, man.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I know you did.
And
some huge news coming out of Milwaukee. I called it on this one. I'm getting a bad look from a customer. Now I feel bad. I must wallow in shame. I'm kidding. So, some giant news coming out of Milwaukee, a.k.a. they're cooked. Giannis is open-minded, has not made any firm decisions, but for the first time in his career, he's open-minded about whether his best fit is remaining in Milwaukee or playing elsewhere.
There are five different teams that are top. They say top landing spots for Antetokounmpo.
They are the New York Knicks, the Houston Rockets, the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Brooklyn Nets.
Stay away from the Nets. You don't have a really good supporting team down there, or supporting, players. And also Houston Rockets, I wouldn't go there. No. They've already got great players. If you had to replace those two, come to the Cavs, my man. We could use another big man on there. Think of Jared Allen and Antetokounmpo being on the same team. Think about that.
That would be insane.
We would be, but I'm not going to go that far.
Let's keep going.
I would not go that far. But
I've also been hearing. Sorry, I've been hearing word that he's also been connected to LA. I've been hearing word about that. And
I don't want to see him go there, because
that
would suck.
But yeah, so I've been hearing word about that, but there's not much to it.
And now let's move on to the playoffs. So right now,
don't
talk.
Don't talk to you, but how are we?
How
are we supposed to do this?
So right now, as we stand in the playoffs, in the Western Conference, the Thunder and Nuggets are currently tied 2-2 in the series. The Warriors and Timberwolves, Minnesota leads that series 2-1.
Minnesota.
In the Eastern Conference, the Knicks and the Celtics, Knicks lead 2-1 in that series. And unfortunately, after the game last night, Indiana Pacers and the Cleveland Cavaliers, Indiana currently leads 3-1 in the series. Game 5 is tomorrow night as of this recording.
Yeah, it sucks to see. So
it sucks to see. But the one thing that is on my mind and has been on my mind all season.
Rant time.
Yes. The NBA referees. Those guys do not know how to make a darn foul call in a game.
Try to watch the language, buddy.
I'm trying to.
My mom watches this podcast.
So does mine. But they don't know how to make calls. In Game 2 of the Indiana-Cleveland series, there were so many missed calls in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter alone, that they could have won the game. Cleveland Cavaliers could have won that game, and they made so many missed calls and made so many horrible calls. I don't know what the NBA needs to do or what we have to do, but NBA, take these guys back to class. Make them learn. Make them watch all of the 90s and early 2000s NBA foul calls, because that's what you need to do. This is not where people are being little babies and falling down. Don't call it when they're halfway to the floor or they're on the floor. Make the call as it happens. Don't miss the calls. Make them as they happen. If you make one or two mistakes in the game, that's perfectly fine. But when you make them across a whole series, a whole game, that is a different way of doing it. You are not an NBA referee. Go back to the 90s when we actually had people like being physical with each other. Fouls were being what they were as fouls, and not people faking and flopping. Thank you, LeBron James, for messing that up. And actually making the calls right. That is the end of my rant, but I had to get that off my chest, and I told you I had to.
Oh, yeah. But one thing I will say, I do kind of agree on the physicality, and allow me to provide an example. So, something... something like that.
But...
Hey, I hope you like my LeBron James impression. So
that was a good one.
Yeah, so with all this out of the way, let's focus on the West for now, because I mean the Nuggets and the Thunder and they're having a hell of a good series, and
that's about the only interesting game there is.
Then you have Minnesota going up against the Golden State Warriors. So who do you think are going to be the two teams facing off in the conference finals this year?
Right now, with the Warriors losing at least Steph Curry for about a week, and you have at least two more games this week going on, I would say that the Minnesota Timberwolves would move on. I'd say they win 4-2 in their series. That's just me. I say 4-2 in the series. I say the Nuggets and the Thunder come down to Game 7. With how well they've been playing, I think it comes down to Game 7. And I say it's going to be the Thunder taking the West, or going on to the Western Conference 4-3.
Hey, somebody's got to be fine in the West, so it's probably going to be those two.
Who do you think are going to be the two teams moving on?
I'll be honest. I think it's going to be Timberwolves and the Thunder in the conference finals, because I mean they're both doing really, really good, and I mean Denver's doing great, but I mean with the season that OKC's had, it's going to be a tough one. So I think it's going to be the Thunder. But I can definitely see it going either way.
So, moving on to the Eastern Conference.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk all about it.
The Knicks and Celtics 2-1, as we said earlier. And right now, Pacers. Cavs and Pacers. Pacers leave 3-1. Now, I told you earlier that we have seen this in history. The Cavs have come back from a 3-1 deficit. Yes, that was about 9 years ago, 2016. I remember that, and I remember watching it in glory. But we have been in this situation before. We still have a chance in this. But in the next few games, we have to win at home, and then we have to go back to Indy and win again, and then we have to come back home in order to win in 7. I don't know how well it's going to be. I'd say it's going to come down to Game 6 and Game 7. I feel like the Cavs are going to win at home, and then it's either going to be we winning Indy, or that's where we go home. If we go home on a 4-2 loss, on 4-2 series loss, I'm okay with that. We have had a great season, an amazing season that I've seen since the 2016 run. I'm hoping that we win. I want to be biased and say the Cavs move on, but at this point, I can't say. After what I had watched for majority of the game, I don't know. Moving on to the Celtics and Knicks, I think Celtics have a chance. They play tonight as of this recording. They play tonight. I'd say the Knicks probably lose this series. It ties it up with the Celtics. And I say the Celtics I would say the Celtics go on to win 4-3. I think they go game 7.
Okay.
Who do you think? Sorry.
So, not good. So I do get what you're saying about Cleveland, all right? Like, you said, oh, well, they've been in a situation before. But I'm going to be honest, I'm having my doubts. I'm having my doubts at the Cavs because, the last few games, they've just looked so frazzled. They haven't
Did you watch game 2 or game 3 with me?
Yeah.
Remember, that was a huge win that we needed.
Yeah, and then Tyrese Halliburton managed a great shot.
That was game 2, not game 3.
That was game 2. Sorry, wrong one. But I did not watch game 3 because I was watching something else. But
I know.
So shut up. So Cleveland, as much as I want to say Cleveland has a chance, I don't know. I just with guys like Garland's back, but
Garland, Hunter, and Mobley.
Oh, they're all back?
All 3 of them were back the last game. Right now, Donovan Mitchell, as of tomorrow, is a game-time decision. He did not play the second half of the game last night. That was...
Yeah, so as much as I do want to hope, I'm nervous.
I completely understand.
So I am going to say Indy. I am going to say the Pacers, but I am still holding out hope. Then for the Knicks and Celtics, I honestly think New York takes the series. They have been playing a really, really, really good series against Boston.
How many games?
What? Like
how many games? Do you think it's going to be 7 games, 6 games?
I'm honestly gonna say maybe 6 games. Boston's been playing well, but at the same time, but New York, they've been amazing.
So you think either Celtics get the win tonight and then the next 2 games Knicks wins, or you think that Knicks win tonight, Celtics win the next 2 or next 1, and then they lose 1 when they go back away?
I don't know because I want to see injuries. I want to see who's what's going on.
I think
there.
both teams are full strength.
Okay, so
full strength. I don't know.
Full strength. I might say the Knicks, but we'll have to see.
Okay.
So those are my predictions. And so, I guess last thing, you want to talk about who we think is going to make the finals? Because
not right now.
I think I'm going to go out on a crazy limb. I'm going to say that it's going to be. Excuse me. I think it's going to be the Los Angeles Angels versus the Jacksonville Jaguars to win the Stanley Cup because Tyrese Halliburton is not playing very, very good golf. And so, go Sportsball.
Like and subscribe. See you guys on next episode.